What's up, guys? Shaker Allen will come back at you with another video. And today, when we're back, we're doing a round 2 mock draft after the first round of the 2022 NFL draft. Last night was just crazy. There were so many trades, so many different things happened. Let's hop into this. I'm not doing it on the Draft Network because my Draft Network is not working right now. Hopefully, I'll probably come out with a way too early 2023 mock draft, but the Draft Network is just not working right now. So we're gonna do the Pro Football Network one. Let's hop into this. The Bucs at 33. I think the Jags trade up for Devin Lloyd. The Bucs move back a few spots. They can probably still get a decent player here. Do you need corner? I think you do need corner. Receiver could potentially be in play. There are definitely a lot of different options here. I don't think receivers is going to be in play. I don't think you'd take quarterback. I think you still could go offensive line, but is the value there at the offensive guard? I mean, Sean Ryan isn't too bad, but I just don't think he goes this early. I think you have to take a corner here with Andrew Booth still on the board. It's pretty much a no-brainer. The Vikings at 34. In my opinion, the Vikings got scammed by the Lions. The Lions moved up 20 spots and only had to give up like a second-round pick and a third-round pick. And then they got another second-round pick from the Vikings. Absolutely crazy. The Vikings here, I think they still definitely need a corner. That's why I'm going to go with Kyler Gordon here. Not too bad of a player there for the Vikings to grab. At 35, we got the Titans. I feel like they should go quarterback, but Nakobe Dean is just staring me down right now. They went with Treylon Burks earlier, as the Titans made one of the biggest moves of the night, trading away A.J. Brown. It was crazy, but they got Treylon Burks. Those are two very, very similar players. Treylon Burks was the last receiver to go in round 1, as like 6 wide receivers went in the top 20 picks. It's absolutely crazy. I thought at least 2 of those guys were probably going to be available in round 2, but they flew off the board. Great pickup there for the Titans. As they definitely do need a linebacker. At 36, we have the Giants. I feel like QB's in play here. I'm not going to go quarterback, though. Receivers probably in play. O-line's definitely still in play. They took Evan Neal and Kayvon Thibodeau earlier. Crushed the draft. I feel like linebacker is definitely in play, though. I really like Christian Harris here. I think that's what I'm going to do. I feel like I can see it happening. Giants get themselves a pretty athletic linebacker. I don't hate Christian Harris. Probably around my top 50 prospects. I was going to make that video, but then ultimately, let's just say I did not leave myself enough time to make that video. Hopefully we'll have one next year, though. I have watched all the prospects, too. So frustrating, but it's okay. At 37, we got the Texans. I feel like this is going to be David Ojabo. I still think David Ojabo is a first-round player. He would probably be on my guys list, like my favorite players in the 2022 NFL draft. The guys that I think will succeed in the NFL that maybe people don't think they will. But I think David Ojabo is a phenomenal player. He's so athletic, and you just see it in his game. Texans get a great player there at 37. 38, we got the Jets. I feel like this could be a running back. The Jets probably crushed the draft the most. You got Jermaine Johnson at 26, Garrett Wilson at 10, and Sauce Gardner at 4. Unbelievable draft for the Jets. I feel like you need to take a lineman here, though. I think we might go Sean Ryan. I'm not exactly sure what position he plays, so I didn't watch Sean Ryan. Do we go Bernhard Raimann? I don't think we do, honestly. He's not that much of an upgrade at tackle for them. But you could definitely replace them. He's not ready to go yet. I like that, actually. He's kind of old, though, so, he should probably be starting right away. But, that happened, I guess. Bears at 39. This has got to be a receiver for me. And with Christian Watson still on the board, I think you have to do it. He broke out at the Senior Bowl. Could show that he was a route runner, which was something that he did not display much on tape. A lot of people are high on this guy. I'm not as high on him because, the route running isn't there yet. But it was pretty good value. The Seahawks at 40. They were probably considering Malik Willis at 9. And it's unbelievable that he's still there at 40. Seahawks get their franchise quarterback in Malik Willis. Russell Wilson and Malik Willis. They're kind of similar in a way. They both can run when they need to. Malik Willis can probably run a little bit more. Russell Wilson has definitely better accuracy. But they're similar in a way. They're not exactly similar, but they're similar in a way. At 41, I feel like you protected him earlier. You got to go edge your corner here. And I think I like Woolen. The Seahawks want these athletic freaks. Tariq Woolen is one of those guys. Big and fast. I think the Seahawks will definitely be thrilled with that one. 42, we got the Colts. With Matt Corral still being here, that would definitely be a good pick. I think you probably go Sky Moore here. I think you have to do that, honestly. Get a slot receiver. I think Paris Campbell is going to break out eventually if he can stay healthy, because he's pretty good when he's on the field. But has not stayed healthy so far in his career. We know Michael Pittman Jr. is great. I personally love Paris Campbell. I think he's going to be really good if he can just stay healthy, but he has 1 year to stay healthy or things are not looking good. 43, we got the Falcons. I think this is going to be the first running back spot. Falcons desperately need a running back. I think Brees Hall's the best running back in the draft. Falcons take him at 43. These running backs will ultimately go here in round 2. And now my Browns. I think this has to be Travis Jones out of UConn. I think he's an unreal player. People are saying that he's old. The Power 5 competition isn't there. I don't care. Travis Jones is unbelievable. And if you watch his game, you'll see that. I watched him against Clemson, and he was doing what he did against all the other teams. So, you can't tell me the Power 5 thing is real. 45, we got the Ravens. They have crushed the draft so far. They got two very good players in Kyle Hamilton and Tyler Linderbaum. But I feel like you have to address the D-line probably. I think you go with the athletic freak here, Boye Mafe. I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. I do not think Boye Mafe is all that good. I think he's very raw right now and he's not ready. Ravens definitely want to, but they could definitely make him good, as they did with Tadafe Owe, guy who was super raw last year and turned into one of the best rookies in the league last season. The Lions at 46. Trade up for Jameson Williams earlier. They selected Aiden Hutchinson at number 2. I feel like this could be a quarterback. And with the quarterbacks on the board, I think he could definitely be a quarterback. I'm going to go with Matt Corral, I think. A super high upside guy. Not as high on my board as other people's board, maybe. But Matt Corral is still definitely a pretty good player. Washington at 47. Went with Jahan Dotson earlier. It's got to be a corner or safety. McCreary still being here. I think that might have to be the pick. I think I'm going to go Brisker, though. Kind of versatile guy. I'm not as high on him as I am. But, decent pick up there for Washington. Bears at 48. This has got to be a lineman. Got to protect Justin Fields, Sean Ryan. I think he can play tackle as well. I'm not completely sure on that, but I think he can play tackle as well. Saints at 49. Perry and Winfrey still here is a bit interesting. Marvin Leal could go here. Logan Hall could definitely go around this spot. The Saints are not in a bad spot here at all. There's definitely still a lot of talent on the board. I think they really need a corner. I don't know if they'll take one, but I really think they need a corner. Do we just go best player available here? Who would that be, though? Ebiketie? I mean, I feel like I should just take best player available. Let's go Arnold Ebiketie. Pretty good pass rusher for Penn State. Probably on my top 50 on my big board. The Chiefs at 50. They did not take a receiver first round. I think this is probably where you do take a receiver. You went with trade up for Trent McDuffie, which was exceptional value. He's going to be all pro as a rookie, guaranteed. And then you went with Carl Optis at the end of the first round. So I think receivers probably in play here. I think you go with the upside here of George Pickens. George Pickens is unbelievable. Probably could have been a first rounder if it weren't for character issues and the injury concern. But he probably should have stayed in school, honestly. 51, we got the Eagles. They have crushed the draft so far. Traded for A.J. Brown, potential top 10 receiver in the league. And they also trade up for Jordan Davis. The Eagles have crushed the draft. You probably need to address your secondary, though. That's probably what I would do right now. Roger McCreary still being here. One of my favorite players in this draft. I think Roger McCreary is going to be unbelievable. He's very, very good in man coverage. He's very high in my eyes. Steelers, this has got to be a corner or safety. I think with Petrie still being here, it's a no-brainer. Very versatile guy, and the Steelers will probably covet that because he can hit as well. Packers, this has got to be a receiver. Which one do you take? I could so see the Packers reaching for Justin Ross. Do we just take the best one, though? I think it's Michi. Packers take Michi. They're probably not going to take a receiver. Aaron Rodgers is going to get mad. Hopefully they trade for DK or Debo to make Aaron Rodgers happy, or he will retire on them. Patriots at 54. They took Cole Strange earlier. They probably need a corner here. Don't love the corners available. Zion McCollum could go here. Patriots love those small school guys. They took Cole Strange earlier. This is not a reach. Zion McCollum is a phenomenal player, in my opinion. He can do everything for you. He is so good in man, and he's a phenomenal athlete. If you watch this guy, you would think he would go first round, but due to his team that he plays for in Sam Houston State, not a Division I team. It's just not power. It's a very small school team. Okay, that's what I'm trying to get to there. But I think he would definitely still be very good. He's going to be phenomenal for the Patriots. Cardinals at 55. It's going to be another running back spot. I think with Kenneth Walker still being on the board. That will make the Cardinals very happy. Cowboys at 56. This should probably be a receiver, but I don't know, man. Probably needs to be defense. I don't love their defensive tackles. Ooh, I like keeping DeMarvin Leal. In the same area, I believe Texas A&M isn't too far away from, I believe, yeah, they're about the same area, if I remember correctly. The Cowboys get a guy who you can play at defensive end or defensive tackle, in my opinion. I think he's a very high upside guy. Bills, I don't know if he takes Spiller here. You could definitely take a receiver, though. Don't know if you do that. Probably go, I don't think they need linebacker. They address corner. This is most likely a trade down spot. They're forced to stick and pick. Do I just give them Spiller? That's such a reach, though. You wanna know it's not a reach? Max Borgi. I was trying to look for him on the Draft Network's big board. He was not even like on the list. Like you couldn't even make him on your list. That's how not. There's almost 1,000 players here. Wow, that's crazy. 43 players can get drafted. That's wild. But yeah. On a serious note, who do we think is going to get drafted here for the Bills? Tight ends are still here. I don't think the Bills are going to go tight end. Best player available, Perrion Winfrey. You lost Jerry Hughes, if I remember correctly. Probably still could use another edge rusher. Let's go edge. I like Cameron Thomas. I personally think he's really good. Falcons at 58. You really need a pass rusher. I think this is Drake Jackson. That's a good pick up there for the Falcons. Packers. Quarterback. That would definitely make Aaron Rodgers not a happy man. Alec Pierce should definitely go here. Went with Quay Walker and Devontae Wyatt earlier. I think you could use an edge rusher here. Benito makes a ton of sense. I like Nick Benito here. I think he's decent in coverage, decent as a pass rusher, just overall a pretty decent player. Bucks at 60. I think this is easily Logan Hall. Did I take Logan Hall? No. Play edge, defensive tackle. Bucks will love him. You potentially could have gone first round of the Bucks. Goes here at 60. The Bucks. 49ers at 61. I feel like this has to be a corner. But I don't love the corners available. Do you go receiver? Maybe replace like Debo. Potentially be leaving. Line is definitely in play. This is an interesting spot here. Perrion Winfrey is just sitting here. A lot of linebackers are still here. I think we go Nick Cross. I think he's just a decent player. I don't know why he's getting a ton of hype. Like, I don't know what he does that people think it's great, but sneaks in the second round. Chiefs, they've had pretty good draft. Pickens, so they've had an unreal draft. Pickens, McDuffie, and Karlaftis. Linebacker, I think for sure here. Chad Muma. I think Chad Muma is probably a top 50 player in the draft as well. It's very safe, stays home. Definitely like him. 63 Bengals. Perrion Winfrey not going round 2 is just stunning. Bengals re-signed Ogunjobi though. They took Dax Hill round 1. I didn't love it just because like they don't really need safety in my opinion. Do go Cameron Jurgens. Oh, I like Faalele here, honestly. They already have a right tackle and left tackle. Maybe you play him at guard if you want to. I don't really think that. I probably should have went guard there. Whoops. Now the Broncos. Sucks that Perrion Winfrey's not going to go second round, but I'm going to go Troy Anderson. I think he's pretty good there. So that's my second round. That took longer than it should have, because like I didn't know a ton of players. I knew like most, like I know their names, but I watched like probably 4/5 of them. I didn't watch all of them. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Hope to get a new video out later today.